He walked in like an ordinary customer, but within minutes the entire restaurant was shaking in fear. Because the man holding that spoiled sandwich was their undercover boss. The crowd inside the fast food restaurant froze as a loud voice cut through the air. "Sir, are you really going to eat that sandwich?" A blonde employee shouted angrily at a black man holding a sub, her finger pointing straight at him, her tone filled with disrespect. Everyone turned their heads, curious and shocked. But no one knew that the quiet man holding that sandwich wasn't just a customer, he was their undercover boss. The man looked down at the sandwich in his hands, his face calm yet disappointed. The lettuce was wilted, the meat smelled spoiled, and the bread was days old. He had walked into the restaurant like an ordinary customer, ordering just to see how his staff worked. But what he found made his stomach twist, not because of the food, but because of how carelessly it was served. Instead of apologizing, the workers looked annoyed, some even mocking him behind his back while secretly recording him on their phones. The black man took a deep breath and placed the sandwich on the counter. His expression shifted from confused customer to powerful authority. "I am not just here to buy food," he said firmly, his voice echoing across the restaurant. "I am the owner of this place, and I came undercover to see how my customers are treated." The employees froze, their eyes widened in horror. The blonde worker who had been yelling at him stepped back, her confidence melting into fear. For the first time, silence filled the restaurant, broken only by the sound of customers whispering in disbelief. The boss pointed at the spoiled sandwich, his voice sharp and commanding. "You served this to a customer, and instead of apologizing, you mocked me." He turned his gaze to the entire team. "You disrespected not just me, but every customer who walks through these doors." One worker tried to explain, another pleaded for forgiveness, but the boss wasn't moved. "This is unacceptable," he declared. "In this business, respect and honesty come first." And then with one cold decision, he said the words that ended their jobs instantly. "You're all fired," on the spot. The room erupted, customers gasped, some recording on their phones, others nodding in approval. The staff looked ashamed as they removed their aprons, one by one walking out with heads hanging low. The undercover boss then turned to the crowd and said, "Let this be a reminder, customers deserve the best service, and no business survives without respect." His words spread like wildfire, inspiring not just the people in the restaurant but also those who later watched the viral video. In the end, it wasn't just about spoiled food, it was about spoiled attitudes. And in a single moment, justice was served hotter than any meal on the menu. If you liked this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful stories that will leave you speechless.